Okay, new project in. It's a Transit Custom 2016, 95,000 miles. I think it's the 2.2, the belt driven engine, far better in my opinion. Yeah, so headboard out as usual, fixed window on the side, fixed windows on the barn doors, fixed window on the side, and yeah, just tidy up and start moving again. So category N just seems to be this damage, and I've got the panel, the trim panel there to put on, and that's it, amazingly. So there you go, nice and transparent as where I get them from, what I do. So clean the cab, strip the back out. The floor on this, I think I'll take that up, check the floor out. That's a nice plastic floor liner, should be able to sell that separately. And I'll put ply down, floor, headboard out, all the usual stuff I do. A diesel heater there maybe. If I can find seats I might put them there. At the moment I'm just trying to get in, out, done. Nice quick turnover day vans. I may put livery on this. I quite like some of the livery they put on the Transit Customs alloys, if I can find them cheap enough. Yeah, I like them. Good looking van. Right, let's get it clean. Let's get a bit of light going. Okay, let's see. Cab vacuumed. So I'm going to get the headboard out now, which is the old Torx all the way around. And vacuum. Mistake I've made before, you vacuum the cab and then you take this out and there's a whole load of more muck. So get that out, vacuum it, and then clean the cab out, get the floor liner up. Okay, they're all out. Just need to release these wire covers. There's one this side, just push that behind there. You've got access then to get the headboard out. Okay, it's headboard out. Headboard out, excuse me, and vacuum back out again. And money, 110. Let's make Chris at Salvage Rebuilds jealous. £1.30. There you go, not bad. It's a bit of profit back, or loss in some cases. Okay, right, vacuum. Okay, it's behind the seats, tidied up. Excellent. So even this, normally the worst part of any van, the lighting's a bit crap, but there's not a mark on this, and that is normally scratched from feet and whatever. The passenger seat unmarked apart from dust. Sadly the driver's seat has gone through. I was looking at 4 Transits this day and I overlooked that. I was bidding on it. I forgot that this one had got the seat damaged, so I'll either put a different seat in, another Ford with the armrest. I think you can buy the fabric for the base, I'm sure somebody does that, or good quality seat covers. Either I think with a van it's a win. Got the old Notaria cup holders there as well with this one. Yeah, cracking design. Seats lift up. Can't think how I do this one now. I think there's a diesel heater here, leisure battery, split charger there with the Fords. Right, continue. Okay, that's the first cleaning pass on the interior. Hardly anything. I can't really find anything apart from that seat. No. Hardly any wear at all. Yeah, lovely condition. Tiny little bit of wear on the steering. Actually, no, it's water. Nope. Lovely leather steering wheel. Just that. I'll try and get a base or a cover for the base, or good seat covers. But yeah, gut feeling again. A dirty van doesn't mean bad condition. I've had a few of these Transits where they've been really dirty and they're pretty much immaculate inside, like this one. I Can't see absolutely nothing for a van that's done 90 something thousand miles. No gear gaiter wear, nothing. Okay, let's get on to stripping the back out. That's with all the back ply stripped out. Back to the original Ford sort of side inner lower panels there. Just taking one off. So plans, definitely plain clad roof, dark grey. Undecided with this, that's just a bit of emulsion. It's coming out anyway because I'll be cleaning the floor, so I'll either be cleaning that and keeping it because that's quite a nice liner, or cleaning it and selling it. Yeah, I could put crew seats in there, board the back, I don't know yet. Yeah, I need to think quick and get it done. At the moment I'm thinking carpet along there, the usual carpeting. The windows, obviously I've ordered those. Right, get that out, clean it, clean the floor, go from there. Nice clean floor. Very clean actually, no rust, no dents, no high spots, no previous damage, nothing. So where I'm at now, got the windows, they've turned up this morning, I'll be fitting those tomorrow. I'm leaving early today to get a wing. I've got a wing in colour off a van a year newer, so it's the same fitment. Where am I at? Okay, so if I cut the windows now, ready. So across here, across there, take the centre section out, use a metal nibbler to go around as I've done in previous videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I should have those out before I leave. Come in tomorrow morning and get the windows in. Right, let's get them out. Okay, that's all the kit for getting the windows out. So first thing, mark where your hole's going to go. Find a drill big enough for the drill bit head to go through, the metal nibbler head to go through. I'll mark off my straight edges for the centre section, angle grinder, metal nibbler, your drill bit to go through, and your cordless or corded, doesn't matter, whatever, in there. And then I use the rotating head, it's easier to get around the edges. Right, let's go for that. So your centre panel cut out, and I normally take off these. You've got a strip of sort of rubber adhesive there. Take the lower bits off, otherwise the metal nibbler will snag. And then your hole drilled there for the initial. Let's get a focus on that. The hole drilled there for the initial start of the window. I'll normally come round that way, and as I get close to it, tape it up from the outside and then just drop it to the floor. Okay, first one out, nice and neat. You don't need to do pretty much anything. You've got the odd, what I tend to do if there's the odd little high spot, just either way, or even on the corner there, I just went across, and yeah, nice and neat. If you're 99% there, that'll do. And then with the primer, when you put the window in, prime the metal edges, stop the rust. So first, and I'll normally vacuum up all these bits, and you get sometimes in the between the window edge there, but there's always a glue, so I can vacuum that out, get all these bits up, and then onto the passenger side, and then the back. Well, LED flicker. That's the 2 barn doors done. So I'll treat the metal edges here with the stuff that you prime the body and the glass with, and I'll put the rubber edging on all 4 before I start fitting any glass. Okay, that's the first one in, and the rubber around the second there ready to go. So get the rubber around these 2 that have been primed and ready. Okay, that's the windows in, looking good. Apart from my super aggressive tape, got some synthetic thinners I can get that off with, but I mean, look, absolutely beautiful flush. Nice and tight at the back of the sliding door there. Excellent as well on the back. Good flush fit. Nice join there in the middle. A little bit tight on space at the moment. I'm busy, which is a good thing. Yeah. Really nice fit. Look, completely factory. Yeah, I've got some synthetic thinners I've got to get this off with. I should have used painting tape, basically, masking up tape. I've done that before. This stuff's a bit aggressive. You end up having to go around, get all that off. But yeah, excellent. Happy with that. Okay, so I'll finish that one here. And the next video, which will be pretty much, I'm starting tomorrow, which will be the insulation, the double-sided foil, the plywood floor cut to fit, and pine clad roof, and then carpet the side panels as normal. Possibly going to go down the routes of diesel heater. Just picked another couple of those up. Great, that's it for today and this video, so thanks for watching.